with it, rock with it, as VC said, for Evan Mobley. 116-108, and we now sit at 2-1 in the East semis between the Cavaliers and the Pistons. Welcome back into the studio for NBA Showtime. Maria Taylor here with the Hall of Famers, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, and Carmelo Anthony. And let's just start with what we saw from James Harden down the stretch. There was a point when he went on his own 7-0 run for the Cavaliers, and it seemed like he had a lot of turnover troubles coming into this game, struggling to find his spots, only shot it 2 times in the second half of the game before, but that's not a problem down the stretch here tonight.
Not at all. I thought James was remarkable down the stretch of this game, and he did what we talked about. That's not really settling for his ISO ball, just getting to it, making one move, getting downhill, making things happen. So when he plays like this, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he's really strong and getting to the spot right there, getting to the spot and pulling up for the mid-range, which we haven't seen James do in quite some time, but he's utilizing that shot now with the Cavs because he's older now and he's finding a way to get baskets late in the game. That's efficient baskets that help them win this ball game.
3 made field goals in the final 89 seconds of this one, and 3 made field goals in game 2, all of game 2. So it seemed like a completely different, much more efficient Harden. What did you notice was different, Melo?
From the beginning of the game, he was in attack mode. You know, earlier we was talking about him needing to hunt more of his shots, and I think today early he came out and set the tone. We also talked about him making one move and going by, and he set the tone with that early in the game. When he's playing like that, he's a different James Harden. When he dances, it makes everybody else stagnant. But today he took advantage of all the isolations that they was giving him in other games that he didn't take advantage of. He took advantage of that today. He took advantage of the one-on-one matchups with against Tobias. The other day, he was dancing a little bit too much. Today, 1 move, 2 moves, get there. So now you build that up, and when you get Duncan Robinson on you in that matchup at the top of the key, you can dance with the ball a little bit more because now you're feeling comfortable and confident about dancing with the ball. So I love to see James playing this way, and I think this was big for Cleveland as a team to see James having a game like he had today.
The Stars player took the onus to come out and play aggressively. They made 21 made shots, so they were not going to let their team lose today. And I think when you're in situations like this is what you bring. You know, that's what you bring James Harden in for. That's why you have stars, and you want stars like that. Okay, guys, we're back at home. Let me set the tone. And they did that. They did just that. I mean, they didn't turn the ball over, like you said. I mean, six turnovers, three apiece. I mean, that's important. And their defense.
There you go.
Stepped up.
Yeah.
Sure.
Their defense stepped up tonight. You know, we said, okay, Evan Mobley, where are you? What are you going to be? Well, he did a great job on the backboard, and I think for them to continue to win, the stars are going to have to be stars, but Evan Mobley, like you said, is still going to have to play like this, if not better.
One thing that we can all point to as we're sitting back watching the game, and I was like taking notes through it, but we were tied at 104. Then there was 2 turnovers by Cade Cunningham, an offensive foul. That flipped the game on its head, and then it went to 106-104. Cavaliers never looked back.
Yeah, we do a lot of talking and building Cade up because, rightfully so, he's amazing.
Like that.
But he's been a little too careless for me with the basketball, and I'm sure that is due to mental fatigue, having to do so much. And there's a couple of these players like real ill-advised and uncalled for. No pressure. It's really on him, and that's something that he could clean up. And I'm sure as the superstar he is, he's going to clean those plays up because you got yourself back in control of this game, but you know, you give up a couple of turnovers, then you got a charge, and then you know Cleveland capitalized on your mistakes.
One of the common denominators to me, it seems like, is the star player or players that are turning the ball over makes the difference in the game. I mean, that's all we talked about with Cleveland for the first 2 games of turnovers. Obviously, James Harden being the one we talk about, but here 8 turnovers by Cade. And you know that is the difference in the game. So I mean, like you said, I think their stars are trying to make plays, but being careless. I'd rather see Cade take a jump shot. At least you get a shot up to give your big guys a chance, opportunity to rebound and get your extra possession.
Yeah, but some of those turnovers are just, you just too lackadaisical with the ball. You're too casual with the ball. You're too casual with your left-hand passes. the out-of-bounds play. You too casual with that. Like
two out of bounds, out of bounds, and the sideline.
So you know, I think with Cade, you have to put more emphasis on just being locked in those moments, right? When you coming off that pick and roll, if you ain't got nothing, create something, right? You can't just be casually hitting the roll, man. Nah, you turning the ball over too much. And there's nothing that Cleveland is doing. There's nothing that no other team is doing. You're just coming off of that too casual. So if he tweaked that, then Detroit will be all right.
Yeah, Cade right now leading all postseason players with 58 turnovers. And so, that's clear, and that could be the difference.
That's a lot of tweaking.
That's a lot of tweaking. Is there anything, is it all him, guys, or is there anything his teammates JB can do to make this easier for him? Because he carries, you know, a lot of the load off.
Yeah, he does. But again, when you look at the turnovers at the stretch of this game, one was the sideline.
Right.
That's on him, right? That's mental fatigue. And then early in the game, when he was taking it out underneath, and it hit the top of the backboard. That's on him, right? That's the casual, you know, is what Melo was talking about, the lackadaisical of what he was talking about. Like, those are mistakes that he could clean up. Now, in terms of, you know, him being in traffic, right? He could play, they could help him maneuver in better spacing, but those three and the charge, that's all mental.
And, you know, typically when a player is fatigued and tired, we just have those mental mistakes. He only, I say only, but he played 38 minutes. He didn't play like 45, 46 minutes. Like because I was going to say before I looked at the time, I was like, you have to find more rest for him just to be mentally fresh and ready to go for the fourth quarter where he's been great. And he played 38 minutes. So I think it's just for him locking in because if they want to go deep into the playoffs, that category, turnovers, is going to be.
I think he gets tired too, man. 10 for 27 and almost a quadruple double with turnovers is like, you're doing everything out there. You're trying to score, you're trying to pass, you're just doing everything. So I do believe that he's going to correct that. But 50-something turnovers in the post that's a lot of turnovers for a caliber of player like Cade.
That he is and the way he's been playing. By the way, your career highs in a playoff game, 7 turnovers for each of y'all. 9 for Melo.
Word?
We're going to think about that and go to the podium right now in Cleveland. Asar Thompson is talking to the media.
I already know.
Really?
For 35, I think I saw that on the big screen, so we just got to be better at that end.
Along the same line, what kind of went into the rally that we saw you guys go into in the third quarter?
Just the way we play, never giving up, always having faith in each other and you know, being in those positions before and just being confident.
JB said that Cleveland was able to space out a lot more in the first 2 games. What were you seeing there, and what do you guys need to do, the next game to make sure that they're,
they're able to what? Space out?
They're able to space out the court a little bit more.
In the first 2 games or this game?
In this game, then the first 2 games.
Yeah, they were calling a lot of ISOs, and they were, sending their guards into the screens and slipping out and getting open shots. So we just have to be better at communicating through those, but I have full faith in every one of my teammates and guarding.
Anything else?
Yeah, given just the point talk turnovers and you guys essentially just not playing your best game and it still kind of came down to the wire, does that give you guys confidence moving into game 4?
Nothing shakes our confidence. So we have confidence no matter what